Hello and welcome to everyone watching around Australia in the Starlight Express rooms. Now, before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of all the lands we are tuning in from and pay respects to the continuing culture and the contribution they make to this life of this country. We are here in the RCH room, which is part of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And soon, joining us, we have a very special Australian guest, gold winner at the Olympics, Kieren Perkins. Kieren Perkins, the Superfish, is here. Hello, mate. How are you going?
Captain, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And as you can see, we have been joined with our other guest, Captain Starlight as well, who is here at the fish pond here in the Starlight Express room at RCH.
Nice, now, well set up.
Well, I've got a question for you, Mr. Kieren Perkins. The word is going around is that your nickname is the Superfish.
Well, it certainly was. Back in the day when I used to swim, it was a nickname I got, but it actually originated well before that. Australia's had a really long history in the 1500 meters freestyle, from Murray Rose, John Conrad, Stephen Holland, myself, and obviously gone after me with Grant Hackett. And we seem to cop the Superfish tag, and I was lucky enough to be the one for about 10 years, and it's very nice of you to still call me that. It makes me feel like I can still swim.
I hope you still can as well, because 1500 meters, how many laps is that of, say, a backyard pool, would you say?
Oh, well, a normal backyard pool, that'd probably be 120 or 150. Of an Olympic pool, it's 30 laps, and like a 25-meter school pool, 60. So yeah, it's a fair way to swim at once.
That is a huge amount of distance, and so you did that all by yourself, no help.
Well, I did the races all by myself.
Okay.
Certainly, in all parts of training in my career, I had lots of help along the way. I had coaches, my teammates, mum and dad. There was always plenty of people around to help me get there. But yes, the last 30 laps in the race at the Olympics, it was just me.
Just you in there. No floaties, no kickboards.
Not at the Olympics, no. They banned those long ago. No devices that can support you, but we use them in training. You might throw flippers on every now and again, and we use kickboards, of course, for training, and also a thing called a pull buoy, which is like a jelly bean shaped floaty thing that you stick between your legs, and you can and help you swim along as well. So we do get some pool toys in training, not in the race.
That's cool. So any kids out there watching today, you can say you're starting off right with a pool toy here and there.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
And Riley from South Australia has just messaged in, and he's wondering, how many medals have you won?
Well, I've won 4 Olympic medals, 2 gold and 2 silver Olympic medals. Commonwealth Games, I won 6, which 4 gold, a silver and a bronze. World Championship, I won, I should know this off the top of my head, shouldn't I? I don't know, a few. Anyway, so, but like Australian championships and things like that, lots and lots and lots. It adds up over the years when you race as much as I have.
Wow. And you said before that you had help from your family, your mum and your dad. So I think that's where Frankie was going with this question. Frankie at Monash was wondering, how did you get to be so good at swimming?
Well, there's definitely an amazing work that my mum and dad and family coach did for me to get me the opportunity. So, you know, mum and dad took me to the pool, got me involved, and supported me when I wanted to keep swimming. But honestly, just a lot of training and a lot of hard work. It's actually one of the things that's really cool. I feel lucky anyway because I actually liked training. And so I liked going to the pool every day. And we used to train in the morning and in the afternoon, all during the week, and then Saturday morning as well. So you do 11 training sessions in the pool every single week. And I used to
Whoa.
love that. I used to love turning up and seeing if I could do a little bit better in that session than I did in the last session. And, you know, that work over really 20 years was, you know, what added up to allowing me to be as successful as I was at the Olympics. But yeah, the training's where it happens. That's the hardest bit in many ways, and it can also be the best fun.
So does that mean that you're only good at swimming in pools, or are you really good at swimming in the deep, dark ocean as well?
I used to really love swimming in the ocean actually, and
Yeah.
I was good at that also. I was never a huge fan of not being able to see the bottom. You get so used to a pool having a black line to follow, and in the ocean there's no black line. So
Ooh.
getting lost was a problem. But yeah, no, the sea was always fun to swim in because especially I grew up in Queensland. I'm a Brisbane boy, and you know, going to like the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast and being able to swim in the surf and body surf back when I was fit then was awesome fun. So I did enjoy that as well.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so nice, especially up there in sunny old Queensland. Like, and we know that Nana Starlight, she likes to get up nice and early and go swimming in the Galaxy Lake on planet Starlight. But Owen was wondering, Owen from Monash, what time do you get up in the morning to go swimming?
So I used to get up at 4:45 in the morning, and then so 4:45 a.m. and I'd be at the pool usually by 5:30. Yeah, and train until 9:30 most of the time, and then back at the pool again in the afternoon at about 2:30, and train through to around 6
Oh
p.m.
my
So
gosh.
a
And
lot, a
Georgia
lot.
from Monash is asking, did you enjoy getting up at that early?
No, no, I didn't. I am not a morning person. Yeah, you get used to it, and it's the lifestyle you live. So I used to go to bed early, of course, because I had to get up early.
Right.
Um, but not naturally. No, I don't really do well in the mornings. Although, actually, having said that, the good thing about swimming, you don't actually have to talk to anybody while you're doing it if you don't want to. So my teammates were good at knowing I wasn't great in the morning, so they didn't talk to me at the start. They waited till I sort of got into it, and then we were okay.
I guess it's a bit hard to talk with your mouth full of water as well. Sound
Very true.
like and was there anything in particular you would do that would help you get ready, get set for the big swim, those bigger swims in your life?
Look, I think everybody gets nervous before a big race, and everybody has those moments where you wonder, can I do it? Is it going to be okay? And you know, for me, one of the big things that I was able to do, and I learnt through my career, because it's a skill you learn, was how to set those thoughts aside and how not to let the negative thoughts get in the way and make me feel bad. And you know, remember the hard work that I did and the training and the preparation, and make sure that, you know, I was absolutely ready to go, and knew that work was going to hold me in good stead.
That's amazing. And so when you stepped into the Olympic Stadium and that massive pool and that massive arena with all those people there, what was it like? What was it like being there?
Look,
Let's go with your first one. I mean, you've been to a few, so let's go with your very first.
and they are all very different, so it's a good point, because I could talk for ages about it. But look, the first one, I mean, it just blew me away. You know, you actually honestly can't prepare for it, no matter what anybody tells you who's been to an Olympics about what to expect or what it's like. You get there and it's just extraordinary. You know, you've got 10,000 of the world's greatest athletes all in the one place. You're in this big village where, you know, you've got a 24/7 food hall that's always open. Kids usually like to hear the fact that there was a McDonald's in it that was free. And I know, can you believe it? The healthiest food in the world for Olympians, anyway. And, you know, in Barcelona, which was my first Olympics, we had a 10-pin bowling alley. There was a shopping centre. There was hairdressers and movie theatre and all these sorts of other things that you could do and entertain yourself as well. And it just blows you away. You know, I'll never forget being there and seeing some of my childhood heroes, athletes that I'd idolised, and just being completely blown away by the environment. It's truly extraordinary.
Wow. And now we've just had a question sneak in there as well. This swimming is a swimming sport. It's in water. So why is butterfly called butterfly?
You know what? I haven't got the faintest idea. I don't know. It's odd. And anyone that does butterfly, you've got to ask them the serious question, why? What's wrong with
Do you,
putting one arm out of the water at once? Why do you need to bring them both out at the same time and look like that? It's a little bit different, but yeah, and honestly, I don't know. It just is.
do you think it's maybe because they wrap themselves up in towels and pretend they're in a cocoon beforehand?
Could be. Although I think if you asked a butterfly, they'd probably tell you it's something like, I look very pretty when I'm flying with my arms above the water.
Oh, such grace. And because your name is Kieren Perkins, which rhymes with gherkins, do you like to eat gherkins? That's from, I'm going to say, the Newcastle Captains.
Thanks, Captain. That's an awesome question. Define do I like?
Mm.
On a nice hamburger, I'm all for it. Do I sit there with a jar of them and eat them? Yeah, no.
Not even if it was like, if that was at the end of the swimming pool and that was your prize, would you still go for the gherkins, or would you let somebody else win the gherkins?
No, I don't think that would have got me to the end first. No, happy to let somebody else pick up that one.
What about, so you swim freestyle. Are we able to see a slight demonstration of how that goes? Is it?
Yeah, I should make my camera go down a little bit so you can see. Yep, so one arm at a time, going forward. That's the way. Yep.
So it has nothing to do with beatboxing and rapping?
No, although Paris Olympic Games, breakdancing is an Olympic sport. 2024. I know if you're a break dancer, if you want to be a break dancer out there, 2024 Paris Olympic Games is your gig. So, maybe I should practice more.
An exclusive. Kieren Perkins is transitioning from swimming to no. But we wanted to. Newcastle also wanted to know, with your freestyle strokes, can you do freestyle backwards?
Well, that's kind of backstroke. It is actually much the same movement. I know that's odd, but it is. It's kind of backstroke. That's how it works.
And what's your best record for backstroke or freestyle? What is your ultimate record?
You know what? I can't remember backstroke, but in freestyle, in the 1500 meters freestyle, I did a 14 minutes, 41 seconds, 0.66. My 400 meter record, I think, was 3 minutes, 43 I'm going to say 8, but you know. And the fastest I ever did 50 meters freestyle was in about 23 and a bit seconds. I never raced that. That was too short for me. I liked to keep going for a while.
Well, I mean, you're working up to it. You might as well stay in the pool for as long as possible.
That's right. The tough guys keep going. The show ponies just do one lap.
And what about, are there any cool pool tricks that you and your Olympic champions used to do? Like, did you used to have cannonball competitions, belly flop competitions?
No, we didn't do those, but there was a couple of things we used to do. So, and one of them was serious. We used to actually do a drill where you would wave your hand back and forward under the water, moving the water, like trying to grip and move the water and create a whirlpool. And we'd see how deep we could make that whirlpool go by moving the water just with your hand like that. You'd create a whirlpool. I could do about 1 meter. It was about as deep as I could make my little whirlpool, little suction go. And the other one, when we were just being silly and having fun, was blowing air bubble rings. Can you go to the deep end of the pool, upside down, and blow a perfect air bubble ring all the way to the top?
So that's like a bubble, but with no middle. So
perfect air ring. Yep, unbroken. It rolls all the way up. It's very pretty if you can do it well. But yeah, that was a bit of silly fun.
Oh, okay. Now, before we move on to our fishing championship, where everybody who's watching has a chance, if you've got the template at home and you've been, or wherever you're watching from, and you're able to draw along with us and fish, we'll move on to this fishing challenge shortly. So the last question we have is from Colin at Monash, and he wants to know what meals were your favorite meal to prepare at home before a big race?
Spaghetti bolognese. Everybody has spaghetti bolognese. You know, lots of pasta gets you lots of energy, and a bit of tomato sauce and meat in there just to flavour it up nicely. That was me.
So, is it fair to say that pasta makes you go faster?
Pasta does make you go faster. That is absolutely true, to a point, and then too much pasta makes you go slower. But it's good.
Oh no,
the right amount.
Now, Kieren, have you prepared a fish for us at all today, or are you feeling up to commenting at Captain Starlight and myself at picking up fishes?
I'm going to do some commentary because I think you guys are the absolute champions. Although it only just occurred to me while I'm sitting here, I could cheat because I've in my little office desk here, I've got real fish.
Oh,
and I could just try and catch one of those if I was feeling particularly cheeky. Yeah. But no, I'm hopeless at. Well, not hopeless. I'm not the artistic type, so I'm going to let you guys run with that.
Well, thank you. And we'll leave those future Olympic fish in the fish tank maybe for the meantime.
No fishing in my fish tank, thank you.
No fishing in the fish tank. All right. Well, Captain Amigo, Captain Starlight. My amigo is Espanol for my friend, my captain friend here, and I will be doing some fishing. So if we cross on over, I'll come out and join him at the official fish pond.
Awesome. And for everybody else that's fishing, I did want to say that I had a sneaky little try a while ago, and 5. That's the record. Who's going to see if they can do more than 5 today?
Well, I think it might be me, Captain Starlight. I think I'm going to get more than 5.
More than 5?
Yeah, the record apparently to beat within a minute is to get more than Kieren Perkins 5.
Alrighty.
So first round, fishing as always. Fishing like you're going to the fish and chippery shop. All right. Oh, and we've got to cast it in first.
Yep.
So we've got our magnets on the ends.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, there's some graceful casting going on there. Captain's going after the pink one, although Captain's also going after the blue one. It's not at all confusing having 2 Captain Starlights fishing all at the same time while we're trying to do commentary. But it does seem like we're having a little bit of trouble just landing that final bite to pick them up off the table. Oh, is the pink one going, or are we just moving it around? Oh, I think yep, there's a catch. Our first fish we've pulled out of the water. Pink one, very nice. Green's being a little bit fighty, doesn't want to come to. Oh, rolling in your rod at the same time as well. That's there's some tricky moves going on here. Oh, up and out of the water. Classic, absolute classic fishing technique there. Here we go. So we've Captain on my right's got 3. Captain on my left. Oh, quick grab of 2. We're speeding up here now. We're fighting over the last fish. Yeah. And there we go. We've defished the entire pool. It looks like they've caught each other as well, which is an awesome outcome. The poor old captains are going to spend the rest of the afternoon trying to untangle their fishing rods now. No more fun for the kids. Captains are caught.
Oh my gosh. So Kieren, like we just had a little slip up. Did you have any slip ups at the Olympics? Or any big bloopers that you remember?
Yes, there was a few here and there, but the one I'm willing to admit to. So remember in my first Olympics, I told you in Barcelona there was a 10-pin bowling alley. 2 days before I was due to race, I was 10-pin bowling with some of the other guys in the team. It turns out that we're a little bit competitive, and so we might have been, trying really hard to see who could win. And I actually strained my groin. and I couldn't swim properly for a couple of days after that. My coach went to the great swimming pool in the sky, believing that I'd run up a set of stairs and strained my groin, not doing it, playing 10-pin bowling at the Olympics as a swimmer. Really clever. That was really clever. Thankfully, it didn't affect my performance in the end, but lesson learned, leave the fun and games till after you've competed at the Olympics.
Got to earn it. Yeah. Well, do you have another round of this? We've got another question come through. Manuel from Randwick would like to know how long Kieren had to hold his breath for.
That's a really good question. You know, when you're actually normally racing, you don't hold it for very long because you breathe while you're racing. However, probably a fun game, we did used to sort of see how many laps can you do holding your breath, and I never quite got to 100 meters. I could get close, but I never quite 100 meters of holding my breath while I was swimming.
Just a casual 99.
Nearly. Problem is, you don't want to do that really, because passing out in the water from not breathing is not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We usually just have to hold our breath around farts. That's our biggest issue.
Fair enough. You don't fall out of the spaceship every now and again?
Only when Captain Starlight is driving. He's takes the sharp corners. All right, shall we do one more round? But for this round, I think we should do it with our eyes closed or covered. And it's first one to pick up a fish. Okay, a fish.
A fish, rightio. Considering how hard it was with your eyes open, this is going to be fun.
All right. What?
And we're off. And there we go. Oh, this is a turn up for the books. Captain, you've done it. Captain, my amigo captain. I can't believe it. You got one straight away. It's insane. Immediately, first cast, boom, he's done. You got to be quick. That was insane. That was much faster than when you were watching. So, Captain, in the future, when you go fishing, keep your eyes closed. You're much better at it.
So here we have the super fish and the super fisher. And Rachel in Randwick, they want to know, what would you do if you didn't go swimming?
You know what, Rachel? I'm not entirely sure, because I wasn't a particularly athletic young man. I mean, I played all sports like everybody does at school. I did running, tennis, we played AFL for reasons I don't know in Queensland, cricket, you name it, soccer. But swimming was the only one I found that I really enjoyed the activity. So if I didn't swim, I probably would have kept playing. I reckon I would have played AFL for a little bit longer, but I wasn't very good, so not right through. What I did used to play a lot, and this will be a little bit of a weird side one, in school I used to play chess a lot, so I would have kept playing chess. Is that a sport or a game? I don't know. That's a question for Captain Starlight to work out later, but that was something I used to do a heap in high school and primary school, so maybe I would have done that.
Wow. And have you ever seen a shark or a dolphin when you're swimming in that deep, dark ocean?
I have definitely seen dolphins. There's been a couple that I would like to believe they were dolphins and not sharks. So I'm not real. I don't know for sure about the shark. I believe they were dolphins, and I'm going to stick to that story. But yes, I was lucky enough in Sydney, of all places, swimming at one of the northern beaches one day. Turn around, and what do you know? There's a dolphin in the surf with us. It was crazy. Frightening at first, I can tell you. I did freak out a little bit because I thought it might have been a shark, but then when I realised it was a dolphin, all good.
Do you know the best way to tell if a dolphin is a dolphin or a shark?
I don't.
By seeing baby sharks. Oh. Do you know how to see a baby shark?
I don't. Honestly, I don't know it. You're going to have to do it for me, Captain. I don't know. I don't know this baby shark song.
We can sing it for you because we love Baby Shark. But would you be happy to do some actions along with us?
I'll give it a crack. I don't know what I'm doing, but lead away.
Alrighty, so the first action is baby shark. Then it's mummy shark.
Yeah.
Oh, this one? Mummy shark. Daddy shark.
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa shark.
Okay.
And you
Right.
do some in there, so
All right, I'm listening.
what do you say? Dive straight into the deep end. Alrighty. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark. Daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do do do, daddy shark. Grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark. Let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt. Run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away. Safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Kieren.
There you go. Well, that's more entertaining. I thought that you were going to tell me you can always tell the difference between a shark and a dolphin because someone's beside you screaming, shark!
Gee, we really like that joke. All right. And if anybody who's been watching has been doing some fishing of their own, text it in the comments. Let us know if you have beaten our score. Kieren, I'm just going to pop on back into the bubble. Yep. Captain Starlight, keep fishing.
Keep fishing.
Alrighty, we are back in the bubble. Alright, well, Kieren, thank you so much for tuning in and sharing your time with us and teaching us everything about what it is to be a gold medal winning Olympian. It has been so special having it here, and I'm sure that you have encouraged and inspired so many kids to jump in the pool or have a good crack at their favorite athletic sport or sports.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me along. It's I can assure you this is a hell of a lot more fun than normally what I'm doing on a video conference at work. So awesome way to finish a Thursday. Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. And if anybody at home or upstairs or in your rooms is fishing away, be sure to let Captain Starlight know your score. Maybe you've been able to beat 5 fish and beat a gold medal winning Olympian at fishing. Cheers, Kieren.
Bye-bye.
Bye.